Barack and Hillary, welcome to the Orlando debates. My name is Stick On the Radio. Today we're going to discuss the really important issues. So I want you guys to answer as honestly as possible, as direct as possible, so we can make our decision in November. First question's for you, Barack Star. Why do you think you'd make a great next president?
I have spent my entire adult life trying to bring about change in this country. I started off as a community organizer, working on the streets of Chicago, providing job training and after-school programs and economic development for neighborhoods that have been devastated by steel plants that had closed.
Right.
I worked as a civil rights attorney, turning down lucrative corporate jobs to provide justice for those who had been denied on the job or at the ballot box. I worked as a state legislator for years, providing health care to people who did not have it, reforming a death penalty system that was broken, providing tax relief to those who needed it. And in the United States Senate, I've worked on everything from nuclear proliferation to issues of alternative energy. And in each instance, what I've found is that the leadership that's needed is the ability to bring people together who otherwise don't see anything in common, the ability to overcome the special interests, and I passed both in Washington and in Illinois comprehensive ethics reform that opened up government so that the American people could be involved, and talking straight to the American people about how we're going to solve these problems and putting in the hard work of negotiations to get stuff done. So,
can you guys hurry up? I'm on YouTube over here.
I think it's a terrific record, but I also believe that the skills that I have are the ones that are needed right now to move the country forward.
Oh, look, Barack added me on MySpace. Cool. What about you, Hillary? You too good for my MySpace?
When I first got out of law school, I didn't want to go to work for a law firm. I wanted to go to work for the Children's Defense Fund and to work on behalf of abused and neglected kids and kids with disabilities and kids who didn't have education or health care. And I really spent a great deal of my early adulthood, bringing people together to help solve the problems of those who were without a voice and were certainly powerless. I was honored to be appointed by President Carter to the Legal Services Corporation, which I chaired.
Got dinner plans?
That corporation from $100 million to $300 million. It is the primary vehicle by which people are given access to our courts when they have civil problems that need to be taken care of.
This guys won't shut up.
I've run projects that provided aid for prisoners in prisons. I helped to reform the education system in Arkansas and expand rural health care. And I've had a lot of varied experiences, both in the private sector as well as the public and the not-for-profit sector. And certainly during those 8 years that I was privileged
one of these things is not like the other.
I had a great deal of responsibility that was given to me to not only work on domestic issues like health care, and when we weren't successful on universal health care, I just turned around and said, well, we're going to get the Children's Health Insurance Program, and I'm so proud we do, because now 6 million children around the country every month get health care.
What was the website?
Two girls, to make sure that they would test drugs to see if they were safe and effective for our kids, and began to change the adoption and foster care system. Here in California, because of the Adoption and Safe Families Act, we have 3 times more children being adopted out of foster care. And certainly the work that I was able to do around the world, going to more than 82 countries, negotiating with governments like Macedonia to open the border again, to let Kosovar refugees in, speaking on behalf of women's rights as human rights in Beijing, to send a message across the world that this is critical to who we are as Americans, and to go to the Senate and to begin to work across the party lines with people who honestly never thought they would work with me.
I ordered a latte.
But I believe public service is a trust, and I get up every day trying to make change in people's lives. And today we have 20,000 National Guard and Reserve members in California who have access to health care because I teamed up with Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina to get that done. Really positive change in people's lives in real ways that I am very proud of.
Lastly, did anybody ever tell you two that you look like Johnny and Jade, local Orlando radio personalities? Anyone? Nobody's ever mentioned this to you before? Real big likeness. You look like Johnny, Barack. Hillary? All right, you're kind of like Jade.
Well, obviously there's a big difference between those two.
Well, that's going to wrap up the debate here. I got to go home. I got a hangover.